Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Power Gunner, and there is a new trailer for inFAMOUS Second Son! And it was awesome. I saw it last night live in the PlayStation 4 live launch stream. I watched that live stream just for this. That's the only reason I was even watching it. I wouldn't have watched it if it wasn't for this. And it was a lot worth it. Basically, the trailer mainly just shows off neon things, and it is pretty sweet. So I'm going to break it down in this video. I'm not going to show sound from the trailer because it has a song in it, which will probably get me a copyright notice on my YouTube channel, which is never a good thing. If you're wondering what the song is, it is Heart-Shaped Box by Nirvana, but in the trailers for Second Son that we've seen, this song was also in the E3 trailer. It's actually recomposed by Dead Sarah, but it's originally by Nirvana. So, yeah, I'm going to break this down. It's pretty sweet, pretty epic, pretty awesome. It's extremely awesome. But, of course, the only downside would be, nope, can't think of any. This is pretty freaking awesome. Okie doke, so starting out right here, Delsin is in a bridge, like a sort of tunnel bridge, and he sees some guy. I don't know exactly what's wrong, like maybe his car got stuck, or there was just some sort of an attack or a DUP fight there. That's actually most likely. There's most likely just a DUP fight here possibly, or something that has to do with conduits and this guy seeing Delsin as a conduit. So Delsin offers to help him, but the guy pulls a gun on him and shoots at him. Delsin's like, no, no, no. But then he shoots at him, and it kind of looks like he kills him in a way. But Delsin is not dead. Then right after the Sucker Punch logo is shown, we see Delsin kind of healing himself with smoke, and he says, this fast healing stuff is gonna come in real handy. So he's lying on the ground, kind of playing dead, I guess, for a while. But anyways, then he gets up in a way that you could say is lazy, because he doesn't just stand up. Of course, he has to show off his powers, turn into smoke, while he is laying down, and then reform standing up. Duh. Then here it basically just shows some melee attacks on the DUP. Not anything really new, but it's still cool to see. Haha, that rhymed. Then here, the DUP are shooting bullets at him. He's kind of just glaring at them and doing some smoke thing. I don't really necessarily think that's a power. That might just be him messing with smoke, because he likes to do that, I guess. And then here we see a DUP base being destroyed by Delsin. We don't really see how he does it, but we see it exploding and kind of falling down like we did earlier in the demo gameplay that I broke down for you guys yesterday. Then there is a scene in Delsin and Reggie's house, I would think this is, which isn't in Seattle, but it is nearby. And Delsin tells Reggie, I did this, and I gotta fix it. Except for he doesn't say anything like that. He says it way more dramatic. I'm not entirely sure what he's talking about. He's done and he has to fix now. I'm guessing this is after one of the first times where he realizes that he actually has powers, and he may have accidentally done something wrong. There's some DUP trucks driving up, and we see a DUP soldier dude. Now here's something that I spotted that's kind of interesting. In a short moment in the trailer here, they do a sort of time-lapse of Seattle and just people walking by and stuff. And with the people walking by, one thing I have noticed is they have made so many different civilian character models. It's kind of crazy. We will not see the same person twice as often as we did in the previous games, I do not think. There is a lot of variety with the civilians. But something kind of interesting that I noticed here, so we see the monorail train going by, and then here we see it going back, like by the other way. So, I'm not a monorail train expert. I've never actually rode one or anything like that, but I guess this train goes both backwards and forwards. So it's not like in the first inFAMOUS game where there were just two trains and each was going another way. There is one, and it goes one way, then at one point it probably stops at a train station, then it goes the other way. So more people just passing by here. And also something that I noticed here is they have dynamic weather, and it also looks like they may actually have some sort of a dynamic day-night cycle in this game that actually changes like let's just say, while you are free roaming. I'm not sure if that's it, but the time lapse kind of suggests that. And it shows that it wasn't raining before, but then at night, in this part, it is raining. So I think that the dynamic weather will be really cool. And Seattle does actually rain a lot, so that's something kind of interesting. They're actually putting that into their actual game. Something to speak about with water, other than they make it look really good on the PS4, is that if you think about it, there is a lot of water involved with Seattle, whether it's sort of like rivers or Puget Sound or some other large body of water near Seattle, rain, just everything. There's a lot of water involved with the city Seattle, and so we've even seen some sort of fountain-like looking things with earlier gameplays. But just a guess that I have, and I'm going to talk about this in a later video coming up shortly, probably in the next week, I don't know. Don't trust me on that, but I'm guessing that there is actually going to be a water power in this game, because it would just make sense. So I'm not sure if that will be confirmed until we actually play the game, and I actually don't want them to give away any more power types, because I think showing 2 is cool. That's good. That'll get people to buy the game, but then I don't want them to spoil it anymore, because there's probably going to only be about 5 power types, I'm guessing. Anyways, just another cool thing that I noticed when it's nighttime here. Actually, maybe you can see it during the daytime too, but there is a sign that says Next Gen. Just kind of cool. Then we see Delson draining Neon from the latte owl thing or whatever coffee. Just like he was in the Fetch trailer, we see him like shoot it at the camera. And then here comes the cool part. The really cool part. That's right, this is the Neon Dash, which looks awesome. Basically, one of the powers with Neon that Delson can use is basically just running really fast with Neon. It looks like there's copies of him trailing right behind him. And something else that I noticed right here is that building sort of to the side, to the left, kind of near the top, that has some blue lights on it. That might be the tallest building in the game, but I don't know. The Space Needle might be taller, but I think that one looks taller. But I'm still not entirely sure on that. So here, as he is doing the Neon Dash, it looks like you can jump while you are doing that. Now, I actually think that you are going to automatically jump onto building surfaces and you won't have to press X, just because I think it would feel kind of strange and not right, because you hold down circle to do the Neon Dash, and then X is probably jump. I don't see why it wouldn't be. And then, so if you're holding circle and you press X while you're holding circle, that's just a weird kind of like unnatural thing in general with gaming, with PlayStation controllers and stuff, that you probably wouldn't do, and it doesn't feel that good. It's not necessarily the easiest thing to do, so just because of that, I think he might automatically jump onto surfaces, but I would not know. And he runs up the building with the Neon Dash. This is awesome. He can basically run on any surface. We will see more of that later. So here, Delson is somehow launched up by doing the Neon Dash, most likely up the face of a building, and then while he is in the air, he uses what for now I'm going to call the Neon Bolt, because we do not know what it is called. He uses it, which is kind of like a sniper shot. I don't think it's completely a sniper shot, but that it can be used as one. One thing that I'm kind of thinking is that when you are not zoomed in while aiming, it is not as much of a sniper shot, but it is still a shot that is better at long range, and it does high damage, and you can't shoot it very fast. But then I'm just guessing when you zoom in with either L1 or L2, like we saw in the demo gameplay that I broke down yesterday, then maybe that will be kind of like the precision from inFAMOUS 1 and 2, and we will get a more zoomed in view to snipe with the neon bolts. So yeah, he snipes that guy, and that was a kind of cool move he did there. And here's something kind of interesting. I'm not sure if this is just carrying momentum with the Neon Dash or what, but he actually Neon Dashes through the air over the monorail train. But that actually doesn't really look like he's just carrying momentum. That kind of just looks like he's going across, so I'm not sure how that works exactly. Maybe you jump while doing it, but still, that'd be kind of weird, pressing X while holding circle. So, not sure if that's a sort of auto jump thing there too. we'll just have to wait and see. Then here's this DUP officer. He's like, whoa, pretty lights, bro. And this, to me, is actually kind of one of the most interesting things that they show. And they briefly show it. That's kind of why most of these clips are in slow motion too, because they go through it super fast so that you miss things if you just watch it in normal motion. And what we see here, so Delson, it kind of looks like he's doing a neon static thruster. And again, that is not the official name for whatever power he is using here, but it's kind of like the static thrusters from the previous games, it looks here. And something, why I think this is so interesting, is he sees a sort of like black or blue, or no, black or grayish thing that is glowing blue. It's right by that pine tree if you can see it. This might be some sort of a collectible, maybe something that replaces blast shards, maybe something for a particular mission. I don't know, but right now I'm thinking that this is a collectible type, but I kind of have no clue what it is right now, but it glows blue and it's black. And then we see that Delson actually kind of starts to move towards it, but then the camera cuts away and we don't get to see anymore. There's a DUP guy shooting! Here, Delson's running and he snipes another DUP guy with the neon shot, or bolt, I guess. And here we see him neon dashing all over some more, all over Seattle that is. This really looks like a fast and very fun way, very pretty way of transportation. Then Delson's just normally running and he shoots a guy with the neon bolt. Here's something else cool just to show that the neon dash can be used on pretty much all surfaces. Although I'm not sure if he can like run upside down on things. Here he is running on the side of a wall. And there is like a Nyan elephant there. It's like na 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 na, or I meant to do an elephant noise there, but it didn't really work. What does the elephant say? I know what the elephant says. Oh my gosh, I hate that song. Okay. Just get that stupid fox song out of your head. Okay. So here he is neon dashing, and then he stops right in front of a ton of DUP soldiers, and now we will see the coolest thing in the trailer. So here, this is his big move with neon. It's kind of like the orbital drop for smoke, and in inFAMOUS 2, it would be kind of like the ionic powers, these big moves, that's what I'm talking about. In a previous demo gameplay that I broke down yesterday, there's actually a prompt on screen saying press down to activate Karma Bomb, and then he did the orbital drop. But anyways, I don't know what this neon power is called, but I'm just going to say that this is the neon Karma Bomb, although I don't know what this Karma Bomb is called, but it is the Karma Bomb for neon. So I'm just guessing what a Karma Bomb is. You might want to watch my video from yesterday. But that a Karma Bomb is kind of like an ionic power, but before you are able to activate it, you have to reach a certain level on your karma meter, I'm just guessing, which they actually haven't shown the new karma meter stuff or like karma stuff and how it's going to work yet. So if there is a different sort of karma system now, that might be working with that in a sort of different way than we've seen before in previous inFAMOUS games. So when he does this, you've already seen it because I've been showing it over and over because it's awesome. It kind of reminds me of a move in the Force Unleashed games where you basically send a shockwave out from all sides. So it's kind of like that, but it's neon. So I'm guessing that this goes out and kills all enemies within a certain radius of you, and it looks pretty dang powerful. So I can't wait to play this game, and I can't wait to use these powers and everything. So, one more thing that makes this totally cooler is they showed the release date, which, unfortunately, I was wrong on my prediction, but, well, in a way, that's kind of fortunate. I predicted that it would be the 18th of February, based on an Amazon leak, but it is actually March 21st, 2014. So I actually like that it's coming out a bit later, not because I'll have to wait more, but just so that they can fix things up more and just make this game better. Because I want this game to be as good as possible. I want it to be amazing and awesome, which so far, it will be. It will be. And then they have a little thing showing pre-order the limited edition, which I've talked about before, all of the special editions. If you want to watch that video, you can also watch that too. I have actually pre-ordered the collector's edition, which actually has more than the limited edition, although I think the limited edition cover is pretty cool. And if you are wondering what the limited edition comes with other than a cool cover. It comes with the Cole's Legacy DLC, which are a set of missions that Delsin can play. I'm guessing they are some side missions, and they uncover what happened in the 7 years in between Infamous 2 and Infamous Second Son. And when you finish those missions, you unlock Cole's jacket for Delsin to wear. So that is pretty cool. Make sure to like this video if you liked my breakdown and thought that it was some good information that you got out of this. And also check out my friend United Comrocks, or Ian. There will be a link in the description below to his channel. We're pretty much two of the only YouTubers who have Infamous as the main game on our channel. So go check him out. He has more Infamous things too. He also does breakdowns and Infamous Second Son news videos. Also, one last thing. Last night I was on Amazon right before I went to bed, and for a short amount of time, like literally, I checked this morning and it wasn't there. The PS4 was available to buy, and I bought it. I got the fastest shipping possible, and I know that the PS4 came out today, but I'm getting my PS4 tomorrow. I just slapped my desk. Tomorrow! So I'm really excited about getting my PS4, and tomorrow you can expect some gameplay, possibly, if I figure out how to do the share button capture thing, and then how to upload those videos to Facebook, then download them from Facebook, and then put my live recorded commentary over that and make it into a video and stuff, because capture cards do not work right now on PS4, but they will sometime shortly, they say. Anyways, I'm kind of going off into a completely new subject. Thank you for watching this video, and subscribe for more Infamous Second Son news. Bye guys, thanks for watching again.